You embarrass this whole group with witty intelligence. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you embarrass this whole group with witty intelligence. Hey, I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I'm crafty but smooth. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm crafty but smooth. See, on your job, have people been trying you more than normal or more than average lately? Drop in the comments and let me know. Within your family or friend group, have people been saying slick things to you, backhanded compliments, and things that'll trigger you, but somehow you come out on top with the most clever response and they end up looking stupid? Drop in the comments and let me know. And do people try to make you the center of attention by mocking you, laughing at you, or whatever it is that they may do to try to make you look like the butt of the joke, but somehow you reverse it by utilizing your charisma and your humor? Drop in the comments and let me know yay or nay. All right, family, you are outwitting them with intelligence, or you are outwitting them with what we call witty intelligence, rather. And so what I want y'all to understand is that they don't understand it. They're trying to figure out, I was on top, I was making everybody laugh, I was making them look like the stupid when I was making them look like the idiot, but how do I feel that I am now the idiot? It's because you outwitted them. Y'all know how we have artificial intelligence? Yeah, we also have something called witty intelligence. Sometimes, y'all, it's not about following the rules. Sometimes you got to break the rules, all right? Sometimes, family, it's not about, giving people what they thought or what they knew you was going to give them. Sometimes you got to hit them with a curveball. Yeah, it's not about giving them what they already have calculated from you. Family, you got to give them something they ain't never seen. All right. And that's how you outwit somebody, with witty intelligence. And so we're going to speak about it within this video, y'all. But first thing is first, y'all be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. And yes, y'all, we are right here in front of the legendary Gray Couch. Anytime I'm in front of the legendary Gray Couch, something legendary gonna be said, y'all, and that's just how that go. What's going on, fam? How y'all doing today, man? For your boy, I just actually got done doing some content on my other channel as well as my other pages, all right? But it's a later post tonight. It was still on my spirit, so I couldn't let the fam hanging, all right? Not the A1 day ones. But with that being said, y'all, that's pretty much how my day been going. What I ate for all my foodies, I had some baked barbecue pork chop. I had some Asian seasoned vegetables as well as some dirty rice, all right? Had to think about it for a minute. But I had some dirty rice, y'all, so that was my dinner for today. Still inside of a calorie deficit. Had a lot of protein, good food. It was decent food, I would say, but that's what my menu was today. Y'all drop in the comments to let me know what y'all ate today, all right? But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into this banger. Now, before I get into this, y'all, I do want to read the word or the definition, witty, all right? What does witty means? Witty means possessing the ability to express ideas, observations, or comebacks in a clever, quick, and amusing manner. All right. This is the person who goes back and forth with the bully. In fact, they turn the bully into a good civilian now. All right. They're a good student now. They don't want to bully nobody. You follow what I'm saying? Because they outwitted the bully. In fact, the bully was only a bully. They maybe was big, maybe they were the ones who had the best jokes until they met their match. You follow me? But family, this is how you outwitted this particular group or this particular person. You follow me? This is a form of intelligence, okay? But fam, let's go ahead and get into the first thing, y'all, all right, of how you outwitted this particular person. So, the art of holding your fire, all right? The art of holding your fire. Now, I'm sure y'all can guess it. Family, a lot of people like to shoot first and ask questions later. Yeah, let me say that once again, y'all. They like to shoot first and ask questions later. But like I told somebody close to me, I said, if you're going to shoot first and ask questions later, if everybody is dead, who are you going to talk to or speak with afterwards to get your answer? Nobody ever thought of it like that. You have to understand how to utilize the power of timing. All right, the power of timing. When you are in a circle of friends, a circle of family members, when you are around random people at the job, you have to understand the power of timing. You're not just gonna go up and ask your boss, "Hey boss, can I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off?" You ain't just gonna ask him that when he's talking to somebody else. You gotta wait for the right timing. Okay, you can't just pull up on people demanding certain things. You have to wait for the right timing. All right, somebody drop in the comments and let me know their favorite comedian. But a lot of comedians does this. You got your Dave Chappelle's, he do it. Kevin Hart's, he do it. Godfrey's, and although Godfrey is not in that same bubble, he's been doing it for a while, right? Which means he understands the art of holding your fire. You follow what I'm saying? Cat Williams, the list goes on. But what I'm saying is that when a seasoned comedian get his most laughs, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey maybe, right? But when a comedian get their most laughs, their loudest laughs, it's because they mastered the art of holding your fire. You follow what I'm saying? When they tell the joke, they're not going to tell the joke while you're laughing. They're not going to tell the joke or tell you the punchline when you're not drawn in. It's about the art of anticipation. You have to build it up to where now they waiting for the punchline. You follow what I'm saying? It's almost like double dutch. When you are, doing the jump rope, you can't just go in. You got to build up the anticipation. You got to get your rhythm. You got to find your rhythm. And that's the same thing with this right here, y'all. It's the art of holding your fire. You understood when to utilize the joke. You understood when to utilize the amusement. You understood when to say it and who to say it in front of. You embarrassed them with witty intelligence. They just talking. You know when to speak. There's a difference. Number 2, it's going to be this right here, fam. The yes and rule. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. The yes and rule. So, family, many people would say, "Oh man, that's just being smart, Reno." No, you understand how to minimize a person's intentions. All right. You understand how to minimize a person's intentions. So, when certain celebrities are questioned and people ask them some of the most dumbest questions. So, for example, y'all, I'll just use this. All right. If somebody said, "So did you actually have 1,000 bottles of baby oil?" You know what I would say if I was Diddy? I would say, "Yeah. And I decided to purchase 1,000 more on Easter." You follow what I'm saying? Yes. And I decided to purchase 1,000 more oil bottles or baby oil bottles on Easter. Now, this is besides the point of if he did or did not do what he did. I get all that. I'm saying the point is if you're going to ask me a stupid question, I'm going to give you a funny answer. And it just may make you look stupid. You follow what I'm saying? Witty intelligence. Did he mean it? Did he mean it? Did he not? Was he serious? Was he not? He had a smile on his face. Was he being smart? You see how many questions you make them ask? This is what you do when you embarrass a whole group or a particular person with witty intelligence. Make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. The yes and rule. When you shut down the comments, you know what this make you look like? It make you look like you are guilty. Okay? When you shut down the comments, it makes you look like you're giving up. When you shut down the comments, it makes you look like you are unequipped intellectually, verbally, all right, education-wise. It make it seem like you've given up. You follow what I'm saying? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 3 is going to be this right here, fam. Self-deprecation, all right? Self-deprecation. Now, I'm not saying self-depreciation. I'm not saying to, devalue yourself or make yourself look lesser than. No. When I say self-deprecation, I'm saying utilize the method of being humble. You follow what I'm saying? So for instance, somebody may say, hey, I like your shoes. And you may say, oh, these old things? Oh man, it ain't really nothing like that. You kind of downplayed it a little bit. You follow me? Or let's just say you got a mole under your eye. And people like to pick on your mole, or that it's you know, it's a topic of discussion when you're dealing with certain individuals, right? You go right directly towards it. You go directly towards it. You speak right about that mode. Can't nobody say nothing about it. Self-deprecation. You disarm everybody else. You can't use something on me that I use on myself. Ryan Davis does a great job at this. He does this a lot. He automatically speaks about how he's chubby. In his mind, he feel like he's fat, but I don't think the brother fat. I just think that he's solid. He has solid weight, aka he's a little chubby. You follow what I'm saying? However, he already speaks about his weight. He already says, "Oh, I know you probably think I'm a fat dude or whatever," and he'll tell it in a joke. You follow what I'm saying? He's utilizing witty intelligence. I am disarming you. You can't use a fat joke on me when I already used it on myself. Now, there are two sides to this, y'all. It is two sides to this. If you overly do it, if you overuse it, then it'll make you look like exactly what you're trying not to do, which is less in value. But if you do it just enough, you just disarm other people and make you look down to earth, and make you look like you know what you're doing. It make you look like you're not coming off like you're over or above people, condescending rather. You get what I'm saying? It keeps you in that right in the middle, where it's a nice blend between confidence and being humble. All right. But if you overly do it, people will believe you and feel like, you're not who you say you are. All right. But self-deprecation, y'all, is how you embarrass them with witty intelligence. You follow me? They tried to use something against you, but they failed because you already used it against yourself. Come with another one. Somebody drop in the comments and say, try again. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, try again. Does that make sense? Drop in the comments also and let me know. Number 4, it's going to be this right here, fam. The fake flex, all right? The fake flex. You got to do it every now and then. So I'm going to go right back to it. You get the compliment on your shoes, all right? Hey, there's some nice shoes. Those some nice Jordans, some nice Nikes. I like your shoes, all right? Guess what? You hit them with them. I appreciate it, but man, these old things, that's why I had to get the Rick Owens. I don't know if y'all know who Rick Owens is. He's like a fashion designer. He have a lot of, top of the line clothes and shoes and things like that. However, y'all, that's the fake flex. If you utilize the self-deprecation, but you pair it with not necessarily an arrogant, but just a confident compliment to yourself, it throws them off balance. All right. So they were disarmed, but now you've elevated above them just a little bit, or you went eye level just to let them know, hey, I'm still him. I'm still her. You follow me? You thought that you was going to use something against me, not realizing that I got something in my back pocket. You get me? And that is how you utilize the fake flex. Give yourself your own compliment. Give yourself your own pat on the back. Give yourself your own, uprising. However, y'all, this is how you utilize witty intelligence. All right. Some people would say, oh, that's playing the game, Reno. I don't want to play no game. Well, family, the world is one big game, and those who survive are the ones with the game. All right. It's either the game is going to get ran on you, or you're going to have to understand how to play it for your survival. All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I got game. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I got game. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. Physicality. All right. Physicality. This is everything from your physical looks, everything from, how your face look, that smirk, raising your eyebrows. You are engaging people with who you are as an individual, your personality. Anybody watch the Kevin Hart roast with The Rock and everybody on there? It was so many different celebrities, but I wanted to talk about The Rock because The Rock, he was interesting to me, right? So The Rock on the roast, he had this whole thing down pat. You see his shirt, you see the guns popping out, he got the charisma going. You follow what I'm saying? The guys are amused, the ladies are amused. His jokes were not really that funny, just being honest. The reason why people was rocking with The Rock was because of his physicality. Just how he was delivering his punchlines, how he was delivering, his jokes, how he was delivering his wittiness rather. If you understand how to utilize this art, y'all, you will have the same effect. Everything is about how you deliver it. You follow what I'm saying? A man can walk into the room and literally be the funniest, but just because he don't look the part, people won't be able to hear his humor. But if you look like you're X, Y, and Z, people are automatically going to assume that you him. They're going to automatically assume that you have it. All right? Master physicality. Master physicality. And this is how you utilize witty intelligence to embarrass a group, people, family members, friends, whoever, a specific person. Okay? But physicality, personality, aura, being able to command a room, but more importantly, your deliverance, all right? But with that being said, fam, we're going to go ahead and do a recap, and then we'll get up out of here. Number 1, the art of holding your fire. Number 2, the yes and rule. Number 3, self-deprecation. Don't give them too much of this. However, when you utilize this, you just disarm them. That's it. Everybody got guns out. Once you do this, they put the guns up, and then you can pull yours out. Number 4, the fake flex, all right? And number 5, y'all, physicality, all right? With that being said, fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy, and you can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.